Notes are almost done for the semester. Well, for the most part. We'll do some review notes probably when we get back, but that's about it. 11:30. Oops, can't see that. Yeah. Okay. Geometric sequence is a what kind of pattern? We talked about it the other day. What kind of pattern is it? Oops, that's 47. That's 48. What kind of pattern is it? We wrote it in our notes. It's a constant number pattern, so it's a number pattern. Has a common what? Common ratio, which means each thing is being what by each other? Being multiplied by that same number, right? Okay. It's Robert. Yeah, you're about to get detention. All right. Geometric sequence. Let's remember what it is. I'm not going to write the whole definition. I'm just going to make a little bit, because we read it the other day. It's a number pattern where each term after the first is multiplied by what? By what? What is that called? Common ratio, good. So a number pattern where each term after the first is multiplied by the common ratio. Okay? We know what common ratio is, right? We defined that the other day. How do we find common ratio? How do you find the common ratio? Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah. All right, for example, sorry, a sub 3 divided by a sub 2, right? We find the answer. Or a sub 2 divided by a sub 1, and we find the answer. So I'm not going to actually give you numbers, but that's how you find it. You find it by dividing, correct? How did you do that right now?
I don't know.
Aren't those new?
Yeah.
Come here, let's see.
Shut up! Oh my god! Don't
Gra-
do that. Aaron's gonna beat me.
Grandma's not going to be very happy.
Priscilla, stop! See, I'm not your break. It's not to your last, but you don't keep up with that. It's like, if I let you be blind, then what? I'll be blind.
Here.
Yeah! I TA for you for something.
Is that a gift dog?
Yeah,
It's several. These are black dogs.
they're both black.
Thank you.
They're what now?
I
What?
need to pass them.
I don't know what
They're
that
right there. My dogs are black.
Oh. That's even like. Like a breeze. So I was like,
Are you gonna like rip one off? What are you doing?
All right, here we go. Let's remember this. These leap leaders are a little special this morning.
No, sit down.
what room is this?
You're still at the top? Why? I wrote it earlier.
They're distracted. It's not their fault.
Right.
Five.
Robert says, because you're distracted by watching them.
Cool.
Sorry,
Where's Robert?
guys.
I didn't see him.
Where's it there? He wasn't here the first time.
Hey,
How
Robert.
could you? Oh.
Can you just sign this and I'll write it?
All right, here we go. A sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. Remember, r stands for the common ratio. A sub 1 stands for the first term. And remember, this is the nth term.
As soon as I'm coming back next week.
Okay. God bless you. All right, so here we go. We're going to do some examples. Yeah, we wrote this the other day too, yeah? Okay, examples. First one. This direction is going to say identify if it is a geometric sequence. If it is, write the nth term rule, which is what your homework actually said the other day. Remember the wrong homework I gave you? Yeah, it said this, and you just found whether it was a geometric or not, and that was fine. But now we actually have to find the rule. You may have photocopied the wrong homework. My bad. We good? I'm going to write the sequence for whoever's ready. It's 5, 10, 20, 40, and 80. We may have done this one the other day. Good? 5, 10, 20, 40, 80. What's the first thing you're going to do? Identify it's geometric. How do you know if it's geometric? If it has a what? Number pattern. How do you find the number pattern? What are we dividing? A sub? A sub 2. Which is? Good. Keep going. Find the see if it has a common ratio. Hey guys, 18 and 30 don't go all the way in. That's how we broke all of my hooks. He wasn't the first, only one. Third period did too. But now you're going to break the actual like hanger, so don't pull, okay? Just very carefully place it in there. All right, A2 over A sub 2 over A sub 1, A sub 3 over A sub 2, which is what, how much? Well, what are the numbers? 20 and 10, which is 2. And then we have to do A sub 4 over A sub, good, which is how much? No. 40 over 20, which is 2. So far, so good. A sub 5 over A sub 4, which is 80 over 40, which is how much? Good. So I now know the common ratio is what? It is geometric. It has a common ratio, right? Okay, so hold on. First thing it says is identify if it's a geometric sequence. If I find a common ratio, is it geometric? Yes. Then the second part says, if it is, write the nth term rule. This right here is the nth term rule. Do you understand? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it, and I want you to watch it. Okay? So I'm going to write this for this. Do you understand? So before I start that, I'm going to remember that this is A sub 1, this is A sub 2, this is A sub 3, A sub 4, and A sub 5. Correct? Okay, so just watch. I'm going to I have to move it up so you can see what's going on, but remember that the rule is up at the top. The nth term rule starts like this. We literally start with A sub n equals. Now, the first part of the rule says A sub 1, right? Do you see the rule? Look at your paper really quick. Look at the rule. The rule says A sub n equals A sub 1, right? Well, what is my A sub 1 in the sequence? It is 5. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 5. And then in parentheses, it says we put what letter? We put R. Well, I know what R is. R is how much? 2. So I go ahead and put the 2. And then the n, because this is n, so this has to stay n. And the minus 1 stays there. So I now know it's geometric with a common ratio of 2. And there's my rule. No. Does that make sense? Write down anything you need to write down on how I got that. Because if you just write what I wrote, I said a lot more than actually writing, correct? So if you need to write anything, write it down now. Because we're going to do another example. This one I'm going to add an extra step. Okay? We have negative 2. We have 6. We have negative 18. We have 54 and negative 162. Yeah, we did them the other day. Okay, ready? Are you dividing? We're going to add the extra stuff in a second. All right, ready? You did a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, a sub 5. Yes? Okay. Then we did a sub 2 divided by a sub 1, which is 6, divided by negative 2, which is how much? Negative 3. Very good. Oops, I was going to put a check, but there's nothing to check yet. So then I did a sub 3 over a sub 2, which is what? Very good, which is how much? Negative 3. So far, so good? Okay. Then I did a sub over a sub 3, which is how much? Good. And that's how much? Negative 3. Who has it right so far? Good. And then we did a sub 5 over a sub, which is how much? Good. And that's how much? Good. This is what you have to do on your quiz, your test, yeah? All that stuff? Okay. We're good? So you're going to tell me you have a common ratio of negative 3. Very good. Then I'm going to write the term, the nth rule term. And I'm going to start out with a sub n equals. And the first thing says a sub 1. What's a sub 1? Negative 2, parentheses, negative 3, to what power? N minus 1. How many of you have this right? Good. I'm going to add one step. You ready? It's easy. Find the 8th term. Find the 8th term. All right, what does that mean? What does n equal? 8. Okay. So guess what we're going to write? 8. Not 8.
8 with an
A sub, not n, 8. Because we're plugging in what? 8. We want to find term number 8. Can we see how this works? Okay. So a sub 8 equals, we're plugging in here for, now we want the 8th term, so I'm going to plug in 8. Make sense? Okay, so I have a sub 8 equals negative 2, parentheses, negative 3, 8 minus 1. I know, mind blown. And then I'm going to get a sub 8 equals negative 2 times negative 3 to what power? 7. I want you to grab a calculator. Grab for someone else too, please. Good? Okay. Open your calculator. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this two ways. Do you understand? Now, remember that the rule says you do the exponent first, right? So rule says exponent first. So I can do that first. So remember, you're going to put it in parentheses because it is in parentheses. That says -3, correct? So we're going to put -3. We're going to close those parentheses. What is the thing for the exponent? Who remembers? The little arrow. It's called the caret, yeah? We caret. And then what is our exponent? 7. Then we can go ahead and press what? Enter. When we're not done, we have to multiply by, not 2. -2. And then we press enter. And we get a sub n equals 4,374. We good? Why? Which part? I can't see that far. From this? What do we have to multiply by? If you plug this in the calculator, you get -2187. So what part haven't I done? Yeah. Well, what? Multiply by what? -2. Okay. In case you can't remember that, because that was difficult, you're going to do this. Clear? -2. My calculators are special. God bless you. If you're doing your own homework, though, this is where you have to be careful based on your calculator. If you don't have a calculator, it's going to be hard. -2, parentheses. -3, parentheses. Does this look like my problem so far? Okay, what's it need next? The caret. And then what's my exponent? 7. Press enter, see what we get. Oh, we get the same thing. Got it? So if you're using a calculator at home and you don't have that lovely caret option or parentheses option, because that is special, especially your phones, you can't do it this way. You have to do it the other way. Got it? Okay, so if you're doing it at home or on your phone, because your phones are special, you can't do it this way. You have to do it the long way, where it's 2-step. Okay, so where we do a sub 8 and you get -2 times -2187, and then you get the answer. Okay? But if you do have a fancy calculator, or you remember, you can do it just like that all at one step. Make sense? Questions? Okay, I'm done. Your homework has review on it as well. You are going to need to add a sheet of paper, though, for your homework. It's summary time.